Let's go ahead and call meeting to order. Did everybody have a chance to look over the minutes? And I have a motion to approve the minutes.
Yes.
Second,
I will second.
and all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Okay, we don't have any visitors today. So we can go right into our old business with the streetscape project. Ooh.
Give them the good news, then.
Yeah, well, just last night, the ordinance was read, third time and approved. And so that is the, approval for the maintenance, agreement for, the streetscape improvements to come. The county, required a maintenance agreement, for the city to commit to paying for these improvements, to install them, design and build them, as well as once they're built, maintain these areas. And so the county project manager is Jeff Davis. He's new into his role. He's not new to the county. Brian Rothroffy was the project manager. He moved to another, he moved out, relocated to somewhere else. And so the county kind of reshuffled their project management ranks, and Jeff is now in charge of the project. We had a kickoff kind of meeting with him, and he said that he was waiting on the approval of this maintenance agreement as the first step for him to get the project work started. And so we also previously committed to paying for our portion of the design cost of the project, and so they're aware of it. There was not necessarily a document that we signed on or anything for it, but our council gave approval to that. And so just today, just following the approval from yesterday evening, we'll sign the document. This is the signature on the maintenance agreement. Sign and return that to the county for them to get it fully executed, and then get the design work started. So that's our next step.
Okay, and so when do we think the design work will start?
Design work should start right away because the design consultant is on board already. And so, but this is a change order that they're executing on that design contract. The county is. And the county will be paying the design contractor for design consultant for their effort, but we will be reimbursing the county for the amount that we have committed to, up to that amount. I believe the county will bill us, and so they already have the contract with their consultant, and so they will just give them this new scope of work. I think they're mostly aware of it, and it's just going to be a matter of getting the design work. So there won't be any new survey needed or anything like that. Generally, those are the tasks that take a long time. This is already done here, and so it's going to be pretty much they know what design fixture, what light fixture, light standard we want, and it's going to be a matter of laying that out and then making completing the engineering for it, the electrical engineering mostly. And so should start right away.
Okay. So we're still on the same, go ahead, Jim.
So we still have the same lights that we want, and we still have the planters, and we have the electrical outlet on the top, so we can run lights across.
Yes, correct.
And when do we ask them if we can run things across? How do we get permission for that?
That's probably
Is it after?
when it's all built.
Okay. But
Yeah.
we're putting those outlets up there with the intent of maybe lighting up the pole for holidays, but also to light across. So I just want to make
Yeah.
sure that we can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we ask them up front? Just to
During
make sure?
design, yes, that's a good idea, because the challenge will be that they are not across from each other, the lights, and so when they're staggered, it's gonna be, well, even on the same side is fine, but it's gonna be a longer spacing between the two, and so it's gonna sag more, and so the county,
How many lights did we end up with?
I believe 8 and 8.
So 16? 8 on each side?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, if you would ask them, I would just like to know. And then originally, I know this is a little tangent to that, is when Eric had us put together a wish list, I had pushed for a clock tower on the corner with the budget. Was there any budget left for anything else?
So currently, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Streetlights, streetlights is mostly what they're doing for us. There is some amenities that they're building within their project, like curb bump outs, those areas, to be planted, and they're asking us the question whether we want them to be planted or just like concrete paved surfaces.
And we're gonna do planted, right?
Planted, and so
Yes.
those are not real costs to our project.
Okay.
It's their project. It's just a choice that they're
And
giving us.
they're not like concrete urns
No.
where they kind of stop cars from coming, but they also can be planted. These
Right.
are just cutouts in the concrete.
Right.
Okay,
It's just, yeah, again, under the maintenance agreement, whatever is done that way requiring maintenance, they want us to city to maintain those areas. And I believe we're ready to do it. And we're signing a maintenance agreement for it now.
okay.
And so, yeah, that's it. That's an amenity of their own project, but there's a choice of whether to do it paved or planted. And so, I don't believe there will be major additional cost related to it. However, a clock tower would be a major additional cost item, and that's currently not in the
Okay.
the scope.
He had told us to put it all in there, everything that we wanted as a wish list, so I found it, sourced it, figured it out, and kind of put it in there just in case there was budget and everyone wanted it.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know, something like that probably would require a little bit more different type of knowledge into the project, like engineering of the project
Sure.
and all that. The current consultant was a good choice for all this so far, the scope, but they won't probably be able to.
makes sense.
You know, they're not architects or they're not gonna be able to probably come up with it, but they can bring somebody else on board for it. It's just going to cost.
Makes sense. Thank you.
So we're still on the same timeline then for construction.
2027 construction.
And early 2027 or late 2027? I heard it was early.
They would bid it in the winter, and from there let the construction normally starts like in the spring.
And from what I understood, there was conversation where they had to try to buy some property for me to make the sidewalks wide enough or something on our end. I haven't heard from anyone or talked to anyone about any of that.
They said that they tried that and then they designed around it.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah, that means whatever they did with the design modification didn't require any longer.
Perfect.
Chris, I have one question.
Yeah.
What happened to my stepping stone in your flower bed?
The landscape designer moved it. Sorry.
Do you still have it?
Yes.
The dog just goes through there, so.
Yes, we have it. Sorry, I'll adjust it.
Thank you.
Okay, any more on the streetscape project for everybody? Anyone? Okay. Okay, on to the Alma parking lot lighting update.
I have a so when we discussed the layouts, this is a layout that it incorporates the existing utility pole on Alma on the southeast corner of the lot, as well as an added one on the northwest corner. And so with that, our photometrics actually are pretty good. And so we can light it all up. This is a fixture. I don't have the fixture with me, but the fixture is a modern fixture. The permission from Ameren to attach to their pole is still pending. And so Ameren, we had initial talks with Ameren. Ameren said, do you want, Ameren asked us, do you want a light? If you want a light, we can put one on, but it's their standard light. That is not this light, and it's not going to have a distribution like this. They have those alley lights. I think that it's a small fixture. It's just like if there's a trash dumpster container, someplace like that to make the area safe at night. They use it for that, but our purpose is much different here. And so we are asking them the question of whether we can actually attach our lights, our arm, what we want. It's going to match the opposite side also, that light. We don't have an answer for that yet. If they generally, because they offered us right away that alley light, I feel like they're not going to accept this type of light. So it's either their standard or just find your own pole. And so in that case, we will have to install our own pole, like we're doing on the opposite corners. And so, but it's just, if we were to use the utility pole, it would be some cost savings for us in this case. My impression is that we won't be able to, but still, we need to finalize that conversation with Ameren. The other thing is that pole has a lot of utility lines on it. And so generally when that is the case, they don't want you to touch and do more with it, unless they completely replace the pole and install a taller pole and all that, but then they would charge us for that anyway. So instead, we can just get our own pole for our own light and do it. There is some spill with this to the northern neighbors. And so I asked if there was a cutoff option, and the light manufacturer said, no, not for this light. And so it's not major, but they may be somewhat, their peace and joy. I mean, that
Right.
might be affected just a bit. And so it's not expensive. The material costs on the pole and the light, the arm and the light is $1,000. However, if the pole is added and the install cost and all that, I would at least allow for, worst case scenario, about $5,000 a pole. And so with all its, assembly, so it's about a $10,000 expenditure. It's not budgeted, but I know we discussed that before. As soon as we find the feasible option, then we can perhaps look for opportunities to fund it.
So then we're waiting for Ameren to get back to us on that one pole. And then we'll
Yes.
go from there.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, our rooftop lighting, the guy is going to put together the estimates for each individual building and get back to us, and then we will meet as a group and figure out how we want to go forward to the city and put together our proposal.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, our trick or treat event for the 25th. We had a meeting of the minds. I'll let the minds kind of tell you what's going on.
We've gathered email addresses for all of the business
Yeah.
owners and property owners. I think the next step was to send something out
Right.
to everybody and ask what they're willing to do to participate in the event. That has not happened yet. But we were gonna give them a deadline. I don't remember what the date was exactly. I think we were trying to give them like a week or two to respond. Yeah.
Okay, so when is the email gonna go out then? Is it something Margaret needs to put out?
The last I read, well, in the meeting notes last week, it was something we were putting together and then Fran was sending it out to business owners.
Okay.
And you were supposed to put together a cover letter for me.
Yeah.
Send
Well,
out,
not
which
me.
I don't have. I have the email addresses that you all have, and I've got them loaded. They're ready to go, but I need the letter from you.
Okay, I'll put something together.
Okay.
I'll have Margaret put something together today and put it out.
And I have someone that could make graphics is one thing that I have.
Yes.
As soon as we're open and I don't need to she can work on that for like promoting the events
Okay.
like that.
So question, could she also, if I give her the last year's map,
Oh,
can she upgrade it?
Yeah.
Because hopefully we'll have a lot more to add to it.
yeah, sure.
Then, because when I do it, I'm hiring somebody, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Good.
What time do you guys do that?
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Is that the same time as the old Webster room?
Yeah,
Yes,
everybody,
and
everybody's the same.
Same time, okay,
Old Orchard and Webster are all doing it at the same time, same day.
thank you.
The poster that goes in everybody's window that says, get your candy here has already been, I have a copy of it already.
Okay.
It's already been updated with a new date, so that's ready to go too.
Oh,
Who's in the, who's in the corner?
Oh, that's just, Seti's muted.
Oh. See everybody turning and looking and I didn't know there was somebody
Oh, sorry.
there.
Oh.
Hey.
Just realized what she meant.
Okay, so I'll have her put out an email today or you just see what they can, okay, that's good.
And that was worth your time because I probably didn't have 50% of those
Yeah.
email addresses at least.
Yeah, Margaret
Yeah.
ran around the whole.
That's awesome.
So here's a question. There are some that I had that you didn't. Does that mean they're not there anymore? Because quite often we don't hear when somebody decides to leave or move out. It won't do any harm for me to send it to them too.
Right,
If they're still
exactly.
there, but
Yeah. We'll see who responds and go from there.
sounds good.
Could I add the office address for the email?
I think we already have it, Allison.
You have mine.
Yep, and we have the office too.
Do we care? Okay. I didn't see it on the list. That's why.
And Farm Trek has tentatively reserved that date.
Okay.
So we just need to lock that in so she can get the proper permitting and all of that.
And we can
figure out where
definitely
she's
have your lot,
gonna
right?
park.
Yeah, just, let me know if you want it. I'll tell them to make sure the cars are off of it.
Sounds good.
Who's gonna issue the permit?
Sounds like you said the woman from Farm Track's gonna do it or something.
Yeah, so she'll submit whatever she needs to.
Well, then you need to submit a special activities permit and make it a district event.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what that is, but okay.
Oh,
Well, I don't think she will either, is why I'm. Because you can't have food trucks unless it's in the districts, unless you have the permit and it's part of a district event.
This is. a
Which
district
this
event,
is.
yes. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. So
So that's not a problem.
she just needs to reference that it's part of the trick or treat,
No, don't say what organization is submitting this request.
and what organization should be submitting this request.
The Crossroads Special
Crossroads
Business District.
Okay.
and in that case, also that enables you to get some city services. So normally outsiders, when they request these, they are charged for those like cones and barricades and such.
Mhm.
But for the Crossroads, well, the business district sponsored events, that's not the case. It's comes at free of charge.
So the permit request needs to come from one of us
Yes,
sitting here.
yes.
Okay. Understood.
Now, if you do want this to be an official designated city event for the district, this needs to actually be voted on. And it's a simple thing. But the typical, somebody needs to put forth a motion, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, so I put forth a motion that this be a business district city event for the trick or treat on the 25th of October.
Second.
All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Okay. So now we
Good,
have,
now you're covered.
Okay.
And that's really cool too, by the way.
And where can we find this? Is there like something you fill out online or is it?
Yes, but I can send it to you.
Okay.
Either one. Who do you want? Want me to send it to you and then you send it to John, all right?
Yeah. Okay, on to new business. New business for district waste containers. Are we good with the? Was the was the?
Yeah. Yes.
Bolt.
They removed it. I saw somebody parked there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, so the New Republic is gone, so it's.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the-
yeah, I parked there once.
If it's New or Old Republic,
It's Old Republic now.
And you're good to go with all your stuff through Bob, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
The spaces needed for parking, I fully agree, not a container.
Right.
And so the John and I discussed this over the phone. In terms of the current location for the containers is the most feasible.
Mhm.
We might receive some complaints from the neighbor on the other side of the fence due to the trash container. And so, but there is a plan to address that as well. That is more pickups, which will be needed regardless due to the load probably that these will eventually get. The district's budget initially had a line item that was for recycling containers.
Mhm.
And so in this case, it's not being used. And so we had a service with waste management. There are otherwise waste collection service. And so if it's not needed, we're gonna end that service. In that case, we can take that line item out of our budget, or how that's disposed of, I'm not sure, but it's not gonna be utilized. The only thing I want to make sure is that with everybody's information and perhaps vote, I don't know, is that this is done for the entire district. I know John and I discussed there's north side usage and the south side, kind of, I think on the south side, there's another setup for it. And so if it's done among the businesses, that's fine. But want to make sure that district-wide, we can provide, the goal is to be able to provide a recycling service. So if anybody says, I don't have recycling service, I need it, I am charged with providing that
Gotcha.
from the district's
On the
perspective.
south side, we handle it through the businesses.
Okay.
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 South side's my side, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna think about that first.
We handle all of ours on
Right.
our section, all of our own recycling.
Okay.
And you handle yours now
Mhm.
on that. So I think we're good.
Good.
Okay.
Good. I want to make sure. And
Okay.
I don't know, I mean, my task is to make sure that this is a commission decision.
Mhm.
And so I don't know for that, if there needs to be a vote or, but then vote on what kind of like action item here is, would it be to take that line item budget expenditure out, or determine that it's not needed, something
So I
like
think our
that.
understanding in the past was that line item was paying for that Old Republic
Right.
recycling bits that was sitting in the parking lot,
Right,
And I,
which you thought was
budget,
canceled in April.
Yeah. our last budget, we voted to take it out.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
so no more need for that.
Yeah.
I will make sure that we started a waste management service there, but it's not needed anymore, so we'll end that. And there won't be any, okay.
Okay, so we're good to go on all our district waste containers. Awesome. Okay, city update.
I do have a couple of things. We have our annual boards and commissions chair and vice chair meeting on Monday. Do you know if anybody from this, are you able to attend, or do you?
What time is it on Monday?
It's at noon to 1.
Okay, I'll be there.
We'll feed you pizza
When are you gonna be?
right here.
Okay.
Thank you. So we just have, just talk about sunshine, other kinds of things going on with boards and commissions. The comprehensive plan hearing is now firmly scheduled for October 7th. We have two new employees and they are laser focused on getting our planning department in order. And so David Bookless is the new deputy city manager. John Wagner is the new director of planning. And so I'd encourage, if you're running into any problems, to get in touch with either one of them. Let's see what's on this list. So I think most of you are familiar that we have this SS4A grant about walkability, bikeability. We did a walking audit and we went right through the middle of Crossroads. And so I think one of the nice things and the audit was people from the city, but also people from MoDOT, the other state agencies, as well as county people. So I think we may get a few suggestions about walkability through the district. They were made aware of the streetscape project, but one of the things that came up over and over is the planters and accessibility. And so, yeah, it's good we're going to the light poles that we can use the hanging here in the future. So, but they didn't go through any other business districts, so it was nice. I think that we'll get some feedback about that. And then the last thing is we have been talking, we being the city manager and the different liaisons to business boards and commissions. I just want to tell you before I say this, you all are my favorite child when it comes to this discussion.
That's what you tell all the groups.
I don't go to any of the other business commissions, but yeah, I probably should tell all the groups that. We are basically overworking Fran. And we're overworking Fran in that we have a contract with Fran for a certain number of hours a week. She, because of what she is asked to do, burns through those pretty early in the month. And it's not just that we have a budget for this. It's like Fran wants a life. I don't want to talk to you like you're not here. And you feel free to speak for yourself at any point in time.
Fran needs to be considerate of all our needs too then, okay?
Yeah. Well, so a couple of things, just reminders. One is no other board or commission do we hire a dedicated staff person for, and we do that for the business boards and commissions. So we want the work to get done. But we also need to work a little bit on responsiveness. And so one of the things that happens is a lot of times Fran's got to spend time following up over and over. So if we could all get in the habit of very quickly RSVPing to meetings, we say we're going to get something to her if we can get it. So she's not chasing us. And I do mean us because sometimes it's me. That would be very helpful. And I think also because it's not just Crossroads, it's also Old Webster Business Development and Old Orchard, to give some lead time to Fran for projects and expectations about what we want her to do, gives her the opportunity to balance those commitments across the different boards and commissions. Let's see what I'm leaving out here. I have a list, as you probably can tell. We all know that Fran knows more than either Sanan or I know about what's happened in this commission, but when staff responses or council responses are needed, you should probably come to us first. I know it's often easy to go to Fran, but just in that way, if we can sort it out and she can focus on other things, then that works as well. Did I miss anything?
No.
All right. See, it's funny when I write the memo and I can remember what's in it. All right, but yes, but the reason I said you're my favorite children is that. Oh, the last thing is.
No, let's get to the paper part.
Yeah, no, well, this is illustrative of that, is that if we do not have a quorum that we know of, is it 24 or 48 hours now? I can't remember which one.
48 now.
Yeah, 48 hours in advance, we're gonna cancel the meeting. We've had too many meetings where people have come and there hasn't been a quorum. So that's the reason you're my favorite child is people seem to respond on this commission pretty well. And Fran, you usually
Yes.
know whether we have a quorum or not pretty quickly. So
That's true.
please keep doing that.
Yeah, and you all have not done the thing where we've said you were coming and then we get here and we don't have a
Yeah.
forum. That hasn't been this commission, but it has been other ones.
And your meetings are always the shortest.
Patty's taskmaster.
So, okay, for the city update as well, I guess Webster Kirkwood Times wanted a, statement about our streetscape update. I was traveling for a family emergency, to and from Minnesota, and I was not able to give the, statement. Jeff Sanders was gonna give for us, and I have not been able to confirm with him whether he gave that statement or not.
I gave one.
Oh,
Yeah, so,
Okay, good.
a friend of mine,
Uh-huh.
is the writer and said, I'm in a jam.
Okay, good.
Can I
Thank
get
you.
some quotes from you? And I said, sure.
So,
If you,
I was at a
I
meeting-
didn't know it was
I was at-
official or anything
yeah.
like that, but I
Yeah.
reviewed it. to
Because I
make
was
sure.
in an orthodontic meeting in Minnesota and I was traveling back, but then I had a family emergency, so I had to turn around and drive back to Minnesota. So it's been a little chaotic.
Wow.
Yeah.
48 hours, so I apologize.
No, I'm
worries.
sorry for you, but I know him, Scott Anderson.
Thank
um,
you.
So we just talked.
So I literally
Yeah.
got in about 2 o'clock in the morning last night and I was like, I don't know if there was a statement or not.
I looked at what he wrote, he sent it over to me, I approved it, and it will go, I guess, tonight.
Yeah, and thank you for that.
Yeah.
He originally inquired with me and I was at a conference the early part of the week, but it also made sense. You all have been working on this for so long that it should come from
And I
you.
told
not
Dr.
from-
Peoples I
yeah.
would be able to respond. I wasn't able, so I thought Jeff was gonna, but I'm glad you were.
Yeah.
And it was pretty benign, it was just
Right.
him kind of reiterating some of the things we've already talked, but it just, he needed a voice for it.
Right, thank you.
It's good, you know, it's
Yep.
in writing. Everyone knows now, so it has to
I
happen.
know, now I can't, there's no going back. I
Exactly.
told him, I go, I look forward to seeing the clock tower on the corner. It's in writing, there's no going back.
So, awesome. Okay, and then our police update.
I don't have an update, except I would say
We
the
have a
light.
speakeasy running underground behind our, this and that.
They are having a happy hour this week, you know, it's gonna compete with Off Elm, but
Anytime you guys, I've been meaning to get my email to Fran, anytime you guys see lighting at night. That's out like that, if you wanna call me directly, you can, usually. Our officers drive through the area, just so, if you guys don't know, our officers will drive through any area in Webster, if they see a street light that's out. They get out, they write the W number on the side of a memo, and the memo comes to me, and then I put it in. And then it goes to Sanan, and then Sanan gives it to a street guy, and it's just kind of a whole system through our magnet program, but. If there is something that you see and you wanna reach out to me directly, just be like, hey, you saw a couple lights out, kind of streamline the process a little bit. And you can always feel free to do that. I think the last time we got an officer write one up, we ended up changing like 4 in that back lot. Because when they went to change the one, they saw multiple, so it helps just to let us know. Instead of always just being like, man, that light's always out, like, we'll get it changed.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else for city update? Mhm. All right, our next meeting is for October 15th.
I will not be attending that.
I'll
be on vacation.
Okay.
And if you see anything else
I think I have to.
come out of that little hangout area, let us know.
Okay,
I'll give you my card, you can just email me directly, whatever, but like, we did go look at it a couple times, and we've seen a lot of different versions of that, and that one was pretty. Like, okay, didn't seem like anything too wild.
I just wanna go see the picnic table
What
now.
I would like is, I would just like you to throw a business card on that table, just right there.
Name it, right?
Just stick it right on the table and look, oh shit.
Yeah.
exactly.
Sounds like they're on pretty good behavior.
If you got a bunch of different trail cams, we'll just mount them to trees, but then turn them on, there's.
you're out too.
Yeah. We'll power up.
So it means we'll be down to 5 already. Everybody else, nobody else could not be there, or we will have a meeting.
We'll be there,
We'll be there.
we're gonna make it happen,
Yep. At
There you
the one before the Halloween thing, so. Yep.
right?
That is true.
All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah, second?
Chris. Fine, I don't care. You want me to second my own motion?
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor say aye. And those opposed say nay. All right,